Welcome and welcome back, everybody. Tabletop Toki here for our first unboxing of 2025. Pretty exciting stuff. I have a huge box of games from our wonderful sponsor, Noble Knight Games. So if you haven't already, Noble Knight is one of the largest retailers of new and used board games. You can click the link in the description if you want to check out what they've got and start off 2025 right with some great deals on some great games. Super excited and thankful as always to the wonderful folks over there for supporting the channel and for giving us some new games to delve into together. In addition to that, I also have a quick little game that I backed on Kickstarter last year. As many of y'all probably know, I don't typically back a lot of Kickstarter games. If I do, it's usually games from publishers or designers that I am well acquainted with, oftentimes ones that are like small micro games that are free, etc., whatever. This one was from a very reputable publisher and designer, and just like overall line of games that I've really been enjoying. So I'm really excited to get into that as well. I think we might start with that since it's just the one quick game, and then we'll get into the whole box of games here. So I'm gonna put this off to the side a little bit and let's check this out. So like I said, I don't really back a lot of Kickstarters, but this one I was really excited for. And it is from Thundergriff Games. I posted about it in the Discord a little bit, I think, when it came out because I was really excited. And this is Trust Me. So the designer is Martino Chiachiera, I believe how that's pronounced. I'm not sure. Chiachiera. And the artist is Paulo Voto. They've done a lot of the amazing art for the series, one of which, and one of my favorite games being Hats, which is a 2 to 4 player card management game. This one is a bluffing game, which I've really been enjoying. Bluffing games have gotten a lot of play in my house and around as of last year. So I figured this would be a really cool one in a very fun fantasy fairy tale theme with some amazing art as always and really great production value. So I'm very excited to check this one out. It was also just like very affordable. They had pledges where you could pledge whatever amount you wanted, and then if you wanted extras, then that was additional on top of that. So with the theme being trust me, they were like, we trust you to pledge what you think is fair. So I thought that was really fun. So let's go ahead. And pretty much all of their games in this line come in these boxes that kind of look like books, which I think is really cool. Like I said, I have Hats. I recently got Tuned as well, which is a 2-player abstract game that's really big. I'm glad to see that this one is just the tiny little thing. I feel like I'll definitely be able to put that on my shelf somewhere. Okay, and we have the back. Oh, it looks like leathered and everything. Looks really cool. And then we have our little blurb here on the back. An exciting game of true tales and tall tales. Bluff to increase your reputation and earn the tickets for the incredible attractions to the Island of Toys. Awesome. Okay, and it's 2 to 4 players, but I did get the 5-player expansion, so we'll check that out here in a second. So we have our rule book. Beautiful, gorgeous as always. Love to see it. I really love the fonts that they use as well. I'm a big fonts, hand lettering, calligraphy person, so I always appreciate when games have a really solid font identity. Okay, and we have some variants in there as well. Excellent. And then these are the rules for other languages. So really, the English rules are just about 6 pages. So it seems pretty straightforward. I'm imagining it'll be easy to get to the table. We have our different ticket tokens. Excellent. So it looks like maybe for each player. And then we have our cards. I'm gonna get these opened up. We'll take a quick peek-see. Ooh, even the backs of the cards are just so pretty. We have this like a little carnival area, and then we have some player aids, and then these are the backs of the actual cards. So I guess this is a special card or something or other. It looks like day or nighttime with the light on and off. It's like Shark Carnival. Okay, sure. And then we have our different actual characters. So there's Pinocchio. It looks like Cat and the Wolf. I wonder what that's from specifically, which fairy tale that is. I'm not sure. And then we have an owl and a crow. Okay. We have this gorilla judge. I'm not sure if these are like original characters or if they're from a specific fairy tale. This looks like Captain Hook for sure, I would think. Maybe? Although it doesn't feature a hook, so maybe he's just a pirate. But that looks, maybe, is that Pinocchio? I'm not sure. Who's the villain in Pinocchio? Ooh, super pretty, like fairy lady. All right, excellent. Very exciting. Gonna dive into that. And then we have our bonus content, because like I said, I did want the 5-player expansion so that we could play with more players. I always like functional expansions like that. If they're just cosmetics, I'm kind of on the fence about it usually, because I don't want to pay more money for not like more things. We have, of course, our metal coin for the Kickstarter, as you do. I think I'm just going to put that in with the tokens. Ooh, it's got nice ridges on the edge of it. Very hefty. And then, let's see, we have, and I might actually put these in something else. It did come with these really cute bookmarks. I don't read a lot, as some of you know, but these are really cute and they're very high quality, like laminate type of feel. So maybe I will gift these, or if y'all know anybody who likes books or something, or maybe I'll just give them out as a promo with the next time that I end up selling games. Okay, and it looks like these are the cards for 5 players, or ooh, and they are like foil too. That is really pretty. Okay, excellent. So we'll just go ahead and plop those in. And I think for this game, since it is super pretty and cute and nice, I want to bag it nicely as well. Cats was actually the first game that I started using these organza bags for. So I think I want to continue with that in this line of games. I'm not like a big storage organizer person, but I do, oh, actually, because they're tarot size, I don't know if they'll fit in these bags. I think it might be a tight fit to get all of them in there. So maybe I'll have to get bigger bags, or I'll have to go with just plastic baggies for now. They kind of fit, so maybe we'll do that. And I think the silver works well. I'll get another silver bag for the tokens. Or I use a different color. We've got lots of colors here, but I do think that this silver color works well with the palette overall, so I think we'll go with that. Okay. Alrighty. And thanks to everyone who's joining live. Hopefully your 2025 is off to a great start. It's hard to believe it's already the 3rd. Craziness. I feel like we're still in 2024. It's always a big shift switching dates over on things. I always have to remind myself. Put these in a baggie as well. All right. So yes, very excited to try this one out. I'm going to get it to the table ASAP. I'm hoping even this week, this coming week at game night would be ideal, especially with the 5-player expansion. All right, so let's put these in there. Oh, actually, it seems like these don't want to lay flat. Like I said, this box is very shallow, which I do appreciate, but it means we might have to finagle some of the components so that they will actually fit appropriately. Let's try that. Okay. And okay, and then we'll put the coin in there. There we go. We've got our tools. Should be good. All right, so that is Trust Me from Thundergriff Games. Again, don't back a lot of Kickstarters, but I was really excited about this one in terms of the theme, the aesthetic, all of that, and in terms of the line of games overall. And we've been playing a lot of blocking games. I don't know if it'll be the best game, but it's definitely a genre of games that we've been playing a lot. So I was excited to try that out and see what's what. Okie dokie. So moving on to our games from Noble Knights. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. We got a lot in here, so I'm going to put it down somewhere on the side so that we can actually get the games out. All right. I'm going to toss some of this as well for bunny litter. Ooh, let's get the lights on. There we go. That'll be bunny litter. That'll be bunny litter. Oh man, what do we start with? There's so much exciting stuff in here, y'all. Let's start with this tiny little bag. Okay, so I got 2 tiny itty bitty games in here. One of which is a pack of gum game called Mad. Science is tricky. The first pack of gum game I tried was Far, and that one was kind of a bust. It was a tile laying game, and I really liked the art. It played up to 4 players, but there was a lot of like take that with the tile laying. And in a 2-player game, it was just kind of back and forth. It wasn't my favorite. Like I would definitely rather play King Domino or Queen Domino that has similar art, similar theme, similar mechanics. But I recently did get the 2-player frog game called Bog, and that was just spectacular. So I am really excited to try more of these gum games, especially some of the new ones. This one is a trick-taking game. Winning a trick isn't always desired because each card has science and madness that could change the balance of the player's score piles. So trick winners take an opponent's card into one of their matching score piles, 2 suits of which are in balance from the start, with a goal to reduce each suit to 0. The lowest total score wins. So we've got our tiny little rules here. Ta-da, ta-da, pretty good. And then we've got our cards, which are these little gum sticks. Oh, they've got little faces on them. What? Unexpected. Okay, and it looks like we have our different suits there. And they're like little test tubes. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, really excited to see how this one plays. I am a pretty big fan of trick-taking games, especially as of late. 2024 was a lot of card games, a lot of trick-taking, a lot of ladder climbing, and I don't think I'm burned out yet. So really excited to get this one to the table and see how it is, and to see if I should invest in more of these gum games. If y'all have suggestions, Noble Knight had so many of them, I just didn't know where to start. But I figured trick taking was a solid one to look into. So that's where I started. But if you guys have recommendations for other ones that I should get for future unboxings and to play, let me know. Okay, and then I also have a button shy game here, called Anthelion, Conclave of Power. So this is from Daniel Solis, who is an amazing designer. I believe that this is based on the Avignon, is that how you pronounce it? Clash of Popes line, where you have 2 players and they're kind of going back and forth. This one is like an updated version of that with a new theme. So let's take a look and see. We have, yeah. Oh, and there are expansions for it, which I didn't get yet, but if it's good, I'm definitely gonna get all the things. And let's just read the little blurb. So it says, the war will not be won on the strength of military victories alone. The leaders of the dynasty and the liberation, turn their attention to some of the most influential figures in the galaxy to strengthen their cause, who will be able to consolidate their power, gain new allies, turn old foes to their side, who can form a conclave powerful enough to gain control of the universe. All right, so yeah, that like 2-player tug of war, back and forth kind of deal. So we have our different planets that we're vying for control over, it looks like. And then we have our different characters that you can play down to each of those and advance. And I believe I played Avignon once at ShyCon last year. And it was pretty interesting. So basically you have them laid out and you're trying to position them closer or further away by using their different powers. So I'm really excited to see how this one stacks up, because I know that Avignon previously was like one of their top 2-player games. And this being a re-implementation of that, I would imagine that they've like rebalanced some things and added some new stuff. And like I said, there's a lot of expansion content for it as well. So I'm really excited to delve into that and see if it's one that I'm going to be kind of like fleshing out for the collection. All right, so tiny little games. Those are those. Let's look next. Oh, there's so much good stuff, y'all. Ugh. I also didn't do an order last month, so I'm like especially freaking out about all the goodies. So let's start with something that I do own already, but there's a new edition and I'm so excited. We have Urbion 2nd edition. So the original was purchased by Z-Man, or published by Z-Man Games, and then this one is from Impatience Games, which is Shadi Torbey's own publishing company. So cool. And it has like the full box with expansions, just like all of the other Oniverse games now have. This was like the OG Oniverse game. So I am very excited to have a souped up copy. And I'm curious too about like the expansions. I'm so bad when it comes to board game news. I need to actually see if these are like new expansions that were never included with the original. So we have like the full lineup here, and then Ultimion, which I believe might be the last one in the series. I'm not sure. Yeah, very cool. I love it. If y'all haven't played the Oniverse games and you are a fan of solo games, you absolutely need to. So we have our rule book. Like a little teeter-totter. That's so cute. Added an expansion plus the original. Hey, that's awesome. I'm very excited to try that. Looking forward to the last one. Yeah, me too. It's crazy that it's like an era coming to an end, but I guess at some point you have to like, especially when you have so many unique games and they all have so many mini expansions, like at some point you gotta call it, right? We have emptiness cards. Oh, okay, so the expansions are city cards, which I believe I have for the original. We have dream cards, which maybe? Wise chaos. Emptiness, I for sure would remember if I had them. I'm not sure. I think the book cards were in there, but I don't remember postcards. So it looks like there's definitely some new stuff, as was said. And then we have our base game components. Very cool. I love the rules setup as well, and that I have an actual booklet now, because before I had like a French edition, so I just have the English rules kind of printed out and thrown on my shelf. So it's nice to have it all consolidated and like actually polished. And then we have each expansion. Oh man, this is exciting. I definitely want to do like an Oniverse stream one day and just play through all the games, because it's been a while. Like I don't get to play them as much as I would love to. It's definitely one of my favorite series. And we have our little emptiness. Oh, he's so cute. I have these all lined up on my shelf, like just across the top. Do I have a favorite Oniverse game? So I really do like Onirim. I am a big fan of like solitaire, and I know some people don't like shuffling, but I find it very meditative and therapeutic. But I will say that I think I might like Arion the best. I'm not a huge fan of like luck, but I love how you can mitigate the different die rolls, and it just feels so clean and easy. That's one too where I can add in all the expansions and it doesn't feel too crazy or cumbersome. So tentatively I want to say Arion, but I also do love the OG Onirim as well. Is it Onirim? Onirim? I don't know how to pronounce it. But they are all very fun, for sure. I definitely need to play more of Stellarion and of Siberion. I think Siberion might move up there once I've got a couple more plays under my belt and tried out all the expansions, but there's just so much stuff. It's hard to keep up with like all the new games and to get everything played and then to play them regularly enough. But Arion's definitely one I keep coming back to, and we'll even do like the 2-player version. The 2-player for Arion is actually really fun. Y'all didn't know they all have cooperative 2-player modes for all the games too. Siberian has taken over top spot. That's good to know. Yeah, I feel like it's a contender as well. I just need more experience with it. We've got all of our different cards. Oh, I love him. Oh, he's like a little dino chicken. Cute. Man, Elise Plessis, that's the artist's name, I'm pretty sure, right? Just such cool art. So vibrant. And I really love that this yellow is more of like a chartreuse. It's a little dark in the recording for some reason, but yeah. Hey, welcome. Good to see ya. See, I've been trying to stagger the streams and do them at different times because I know that some people are like in different time zones or work in the evenings. So glad to see you here. All right, cool. Oh, look at the little like glub, like little gum ditto boys. Production is so good. I have the original small pack. Yeah, I have the original one as well. Just like the little cards a bit and the emptiness. Creepy. Ah, well, glad you could make it. Definitely, like I said, I'm trying to be more flexible and like stagger streams for different times so that people can have all sorts of people joining for joining live. All right, I'm gonna set this guy aside because, like I said, I have them lined up on my shelf, on my like co-op solo shelf. So I'm gonna leave him there. And then let's go ahead and put this. And I just love how like it just reminds me of being a kid and like getting pop-up books, you know, with all the cutouts and fun stuff. I'm a huge fan of children's books. I have a collection of children's books actually. Some English ones and some German ones because they're just so cool. Like the art and the creativity, the illustrations. I actually just read one last night for like a bedtime story. It's a Shel Silverstein book called Don't Bump the Glump. Big recommend if you haven't read it. Onirim is still favorite. Yeah, it's just so solid. Okay. Next, let's open up. This is actually an expansion. This is the Warcheifs expansion for Northgard. So this one technically isn't in my collection, but I really am excited to try it out and play it. I believe that Northgard is actually a video game IP, and then they made a board game out of it. So I have played the board game, and it was quite fun. Like 4X types of games, area control, etc., aren't usually my jam. But this one was pretty cool in how the cards interacted with each other and how you manage the different events. And it was like, there was enough of the other stuff going on versus just the area control portion of it that I felt like I definitely was getting into it. So this one adds Warcheifs, which I believe are like special, units for each of the different armies that have their own little attachments that can do more things. So yeah, it's a module that you can add, and then it has some updated components for the core game as well. Very cool. Oh, these boards are way bigger than I thought they would be. All right, so it looks like you can choose whatever color you want, and then you can add your special Warchief with them. That must be the updated components for the base game. It's probably the player boards that you can actually have all of the new information as well. And look at that art, so cool. Love to see it. And these slot together really nicely too. Okay. And then we have the different Warchief cards in here as well. So we got Eagle, Liv, I like her. Halvard, Brand, Borgild, Svarn. Oh, he's cool too. That's sick hair. Ooh, and Signy. I believe I played as the Snake Clan when we played. Or did I do Raven? I think I might have done Snake. And then we have our different Warchief minis and our little stands for them. Whoa. Super cute. Yeah, very excited to try this one out. Like I said, this is not like my go-to when it comes to games. I'm definitely more of like Euro-y, resource management, Excel spreadsheet, give me beige all day. But this was a really cool one in terms of like games that incorporate area control and have a little bit more of that like 4X type feel. So I'm very excited to try out the new content because anything that adds unique player powers and abilities and factions and units, like I'm all about it. So we'll place this up here maybe. Maybe like that. Awesome. Good. Great. Put him on there. Okay. And then we still have quite a few things left. So one of the things that I ordered because they had them in the 1 cent. So these are like leftover like promo things, etc., what have you. Again, I don't know, but I figured it'll be good to have them for sure. So there were some like RPGs, or like little promos for RPGs. And I figured, again, they were like 1 cent each. So I'm like, cool, let's try it out. So this first one is Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Pretty freaking cool. We've got like Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Psylocke. I don't know who these other characters are. Y'all know. Jubilee. So my partner's like a huge Marvel fan, and like really into comics and stuff, and also into RPGs. So it's like, well, this might be cool to check out. So So yeah, it's got like just like the basic overview of the rules. We have some like background here. All right. Interesting. And then just like a layout of a basic map to get you started. So I think this is just like a little delve into that whole universe. And then you can like kind of try it out and see if you enjoy it. We've got like a basic character sheet. Bishop, got it. Gambit and Dazzler. Ooh, nice. Do love me some Gambit. So, pretty cool. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with RPGs for sure, especially multiplayer RPGs, but that seemed cool. I also got this one, which is called Sync. And this is the Treasures of the Deep Grotto little campaign. So, oh, this is for D&D 5e, I'm assuming. 5e sounds like D&D. So it looks like this is just like a little one-off side quest campaign that you can add in. Got the background. Cute. Again, good font. Love the font. Interesting. Can you make your own character in the Marvel game? Copy of Set a Watch Forsaken Isle should be showing today. Hey, well, congrats on Set a Watch. I'm not sure for these. I would imagine that you probably could, and then you could just like fill out, you know, the stats and what have you, or just use stats from an existing character and then like create your own character around it. Because it looks like, you know, typical kind of like D&D-esque. You got all your stuff, all of these things, your abilities. It looks like you can add your bonuses and what have you. I'm not sure if there's a section in here for where you can create your own character. I have to look it up. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with a lot of RPG stuff, but I would imagine that you could. And even if it's not official, you could definitely like homebrew, right? I'm sure there's a way to balance it, but yeah. All right. So this Sync one, oh, I love that it's like traditional style. That is super cool. So yeah, again, not very well versed in RPGs, but I love, they've got tattoos as magic items, and they're all like traditional American. Oh man, that's actually pretty cool. I'm a big fan of tattoos. I did not anticipate that that would be a thing. Dude, these are sick. Who did the art for this? Does it say? It has to say somewhere, right? Art direction Ricardo Escovas and Sam Rusk, and the illustration is Sam Rusk. Dang, that is wild. I love that. These are super dope. Really nice quality too. Oh, I love this coral cage. Like, that's so good. That's so good. Bruh. If this whole thing is like based around tattoos, I kind of need to try that out. Especially if it's like a little one-off that you can do. Anyway, and then I also got Shadow Scar. This is Eyes in the Darkness. This one like sounded really cool. And again, freaking dope art. What? We got this like demon Oni. What is happening? Okay. Wow. These are really pretty. Again, don't know anything about it, but this looks like a like guide into delving into it. So we've got like our character sheets and a little overview of how to read them. It's got some base characters. This has more of like an anime style to it. And then it's got some overviews about all the different ones. Oh yeah, we got like our hand seals, ninjutsus. Okay, cool. Nice. Interesting. Yeah, come to think of it, there must be a market for that, right? Like a lot of more like anime style influence, Eastern things, but as an RPG. So I guess that's what this is. But it's got some like futurism in it as well, obviously, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and then we've got some like basic maps and what have you. Reading a dossier. Nice. So it looks like these are different enemies that you can face. Very cool. Alrighty. Well, there you go. Shadow Scar, Think, and then the Multiverse role-playing game. Okay, so I'll put these off probably to the side, but pretty cool if you want to check them out, y'all. Noble Knight has a bunch of like them from Free RPG Day and things like that, and they're in the 1 cent like penny items. So just a shout out there if that's something you're interested in. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and unbox a 2-player game that is a favorite of mine, Kero. Y'all, I just had to get another copy because they were on sale. This copy was $6.50. Like, that's insane. This game is worth way more than that, and y'all will see why if you don't already know. But like I said, this is one of my favorite 2-player games. I absolutely love it so much. It is a head-to-head. There's some area control, resource management, and it's got real-time dice rolling. So these are your sand timers. These trucks, you'll see that? Pretty cool. So your time on your turn, and it's nice because you actually stand up the box and then it like resets the sand timers. So that represents the fuel in your truck. And then as you're driving, that's like your die rolling. So you're trying to get the best resources before your tank explodes. There are like refuel actions where you have to roll to refuel your tank as quickly as possible. And then we've got a bunch of different stuff. So this one is used. So I'm going to go through and like count all the components just to make sure that everything is here. And I put the rules here, of course. So let's see. Just as like a little background, it says kerosene or Kero has become extremely scarce. Your task is to find and stockpile this precious fuel. 2 rival clans are struggling to survive, explore new territories in search of untapped resources, and improve their everyday lives. Running out of fuel is always a risk when you leave a camp in your tanker truck, especially if the other clan is never far away and vying for the same resources. All right, and y'all know I do love me some post-apocalyptic theme. So that's that. We have our 2 tankers, we have our dice, and then let's check our tokens. So these are like the Torah tokens that give you one-time abilities that you can use. Are pretty fun. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just make sure we have all of these. That's first player, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think I miscounted unless I am. Let's see. Where do they have the component overview? Is it just like integrated into the setup? That's a little annoying. Does it not have? Maybe it's on the back of the box. Sometimes they do that. Where? I don't know. Let's see. It's gotta be here somewhere, right? Am I just crazy? Let's try this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, there are 17 of those. I think there's enough gas. All of these fit in perfectly. So we've got like our little gas cans that we're collecting. We have our clan members in both colors, which you're going to be placing out on the board. And then we have our like permanent upgrades that you can buy from different cards that give you better die rolls and like more flexibility with purchasing options. Weird that it doesn't have the game components listed, which reminds me, dun, 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 we have to add these games to BGG. I also love that they have nice inserts. This game came out a while ago, actually. Let me see. Do I still play Orchard? Yes, I do. Orchard and Grove. I haven't tried Forge yet, which is the new one. But that's just because those originals are so good. Let's see. Is there a component list for Kero? English rules, Polish rules. No. Okay, I guess I'll look that up elsewhere after stream, but let's add our other games. So we have Mad. Add it to the collection. And then we have Trust Me. And that's the collection. Where's the expansion content? Maybe if I click on it and go to the expansions, it doesn't have it listed. What? Oh man. New here. Do you play multiplayer role games? Yes, I do. I cover a lot of solo stuff on the channel just because with filming, I'm the only person making stuff, but I play a lot of multiplayer games. I usually talk a lot about them in the monthly overviews that I post each month of all the new games that I tried out. Anthelion. Like I host a game night every week pretty much. We usually have 4 or 5 people there. But then I go to like monthly game meetups and then like host like other friends come over and things and what have you. And then my partner also plays games, so I get to play a lot of 2-player, and I have some friends that do like brunch on weekends and do 2-player stuff. So yeah. Yeah, join the Discord. We play a bunch of games on there. So here's the board. Ooh, it's like very pristine. So basically you have your cards, which I'll show you in a second, that come out that you are trying to purchase using the values of your dice. You have your area for your gas, your truck, your people, your torque tokens, cards you've collected, and then you have your landmarks in the middle that you're vying for control over. So I will pull those out so y'all can see them. Okay. So we have, going through the drafting stage, we shall, yeah, sometimes it can be hard to find a group and to find like people that you get along with. Okay, so we have, these are the different locations. Awesome art from Kero. So they'll give you different like endgame scoring abilities, and sometimes they'll give you like immediate effects and points. So that's where a lot of the majority of the area control comes in. And then we also have our cards here. Man, this is in extremely good condition for $6. Like the box has a little bit of wear, but the components seem pretty pristine. All right, so these are like the clash cards that will come up throughout the game. And those indicate when the game's gonna be over. So we have our 3, and then we have the different cards. So the bottom indicates like what you're gonna pay for them. Sometimes they'll have like certain points on them, and then sometimes they'll get you like those permanent effects, etc., and what have you. So there's a lot of fun stuff like different set collection, getting to place different things, getting torque tiles, etc., getting refuels. So there's a lot of fun stuff with that. And then we have our starting yellow cards here. That I know there should be 12. 11, 12. So those are all there. And we have our 3 clan clash cards. So I'm sure that's probably pretty fine. I will look for a component list later for the rest of that, but there you have it. This is one of those games, like I said, that anytime I have like a list of an unofficial list of games in my brain that anytime I see them for, you know, like pennies, less than $10, I always buy them because they're a little hard to find, or just like really good games that are great to have on hand for gifting or anything else like that. So there you have it, Kero. All right, let's see. What are we gonna look for next? How about we do something like that? Cool. I'm gonna save the cutie one for last. Oh my god, this one's tiny. It's way tinier than I thought. But both of these. Okay, let's start with this one. This is one of my all-time favorite games, the final expansion, which doesn't include solo, and I'm so mad, but I'm still very excited. Arcana Duo. Y'all knew it was coming. This is definitely one of my, I remember a while back I did like a list of games of if you could only bring 10 games with you onto a deserted island. Arcana was an easy pick for me because it just has a lot of great flexibility with playing up to 5 players with the expansion. So this is a little 2-player version of it that then integrates with the base game stuff. What, when? Which one, what, when? Sorry, there's a little delay on the chat, so I'm not sure. So we have our duo. It includes stuff to play with 2 players, it looks like. So some 4 new mages, some new monuments, new artifacts, new places of power, etc. Very cute. Yeah, Res Arcana is great. Yeah, this one just came out. Go get a copy. They planned on 3 expansions from the very start, and this is the final one. I was really hoping they would include official solo play. I know there's unofficial solo modes, but I was really holding out for an official solo mode in one of the 3 expansions, and they didn't. So that's that. We have our mini tray of resources. Oh my gosh, so cute. The actual tray is like that big for the multiplayer base game. Yeah. Very cute. I also love how the Elon, the little red fire, it looks like little crab claws, and you can make them hold hands. Just me? No? Okay. Get all these in here. Yeah. And being that it's a 2-player version, it's like super affordable. I think MSRP is like $25 for this one, so pretty cool. Yeah, because they had the first expansion, which was Lux at Teneb, however you pronounce it, which added the demons to it, which was a really fun thing that beefed up some of the like Death and Elon faction stuff or combo stuff. So we have Druid Circle, Dwarven Forge, Elvis, Heartwood, and Dragon's Cove for the new locations. And then they added the Parlay Imperium, which added pearls, which beefed up some of like the calm and life stuff. We have our first player token. Ooh, it's blue this time. Cute. I think the base game one's just brown. And then we have our little magic item books. These are like not square either. I kind of like the shape of these, but they won't fit with the base game ones, unfortunately, because they're a different shape. We have our bonus 5 resource tokens. Yeah. And then we have our cards. I'm really excited to see what the new mages are, and I'm a little upset because I got all of the like alternate art mages that have the quote-unquote opposite gender on them from the like as promos. So I still need to get if they release the promos for the latest set and now this set as well, if that's going to be a thing. And I just have them like double-sided. All right. Yeah, this one I think was announced at Essen last year, and then I saw that Noble Knight got it in stock, and I'm like, all right, time to do an order. So we have a cultist, a smith, a fortune teller. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, and it deals with like cycling through your deck. And an enchantress. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Nice. And black cats for creature. So cute. Love, 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 love. Cursed peacock idol, fairy dragon. Gnosis? What is that? Very cool artifacts. That's the other thing. This game just has such cool freaking art. I don't know, something about it. It is like high fantasy, but it's so well done and like illustrative, but very modern and new looking as well. I don't know. It is pretty wild how they were able to do that. Okay. So there it is, Arcana Duo. And this is cool because like if you're just playing 2-player, you could just take this out instead of a whole big box, although the big box is like not very big. Oh, I forgot to put the landmarks in. Or the places of power, excuse me. So there's that. And I guess I will have to look into which unofficial solo mode is the best one to try out. Wah, wah. That's fine. All right, we'll just put Northgard up here. We'll tuck it up. Tuck it up there. Sick. Okie dokie, we have 2 games left. This one is one that I've played on BGA quite a bit, and I have wanted a copy so badly, but to my knowledge, there was only like the French editions, or it wasn't released in the US. So I don't know if this is one that was released in the US or if they just got copies somehow, but this is Loco Momo. Have y'all played this game? It's so cute. It's just tile drafting, but it's actually really fun. And obviously, bunny. So we're gonna take a look, and this looks like it's new and shrink. So I don't know if this is not a used copy, I guess. What does it say? Yeah, mint new. Huh. Interesting. It's from Wonderful World Board Games. Ages 8 and up. Very cute. But yeah, I've wanted a physical copy of this one for a long time, and then like all the places I ordered from overseas, like Vacu Games and all of them, it's just been out of stock for forever. So I haven't had an opportunity to like get a copy and play it or have it on my shelf. Okay. So it says, once upon a time in the enchanted forest of Loco Momo, there lived a group of friendly animals, mischievous rabbits, which spent their time playing hide and seek, grumpy leopards, which were always quarreling, soft-hearted eagles, which thought they were the coolest, shy bears, which wanted to befriend all, and hyperactive ducks, unable to sit still. What an intro. One day, a mysterious camera is found in the forest. Everyone finds this new toy very interesting. To determine who it will belong to, the animals of the forest decide that the one to take the best picture will gain ownership of the camera, who will be appointed as the best photographer of Loco Momo. Love that. So cute. Look at that little leopard. Oh my god, I didn't know that that was the flavor. Wow. So it's played over 6 rounds, and I will discuss a little bit once we see. Oh, the little guys. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Oh, and there's a bag. There's an embroidered bag that says Loco Momo. Okay. Score sheets. We're gonna set 2 of these aside to be laminated later in a PNP stream once I actually can get a printer that works, because mine is busted. It is toast. Out of here. I tried calibrating it, tried doing all the things. It's just, it ain't happening. So basically, we have our board. Oh my god, it's tiny. For some reason, I thought it would be bigger. We have our board, and we put out the different animals here that want their photo taken. This is, and when you take a photo of an animal, the other animals will like relocate, or certain animals will relocate based on that. And that's what that ledger in the middle is. This is a round timer on the top. And then this is, oh, I get it. This is like your camera. Okay. And then you're putting all the animals. Oh, I never noticed that on VGA. I didn't understand the theme, but now I love it even more. So when you draft them, you're going to put them into your board, and then based on different sets of like different colors or same types of animals, or, you know, each row is different, and then you have different vertical bonuses, you get your points. So cute. Ooh, and there's a backside with like a little flower on it. I'm not sure what that refers to, if that's something specific, but I guess I'll find out. A, B, A, B. And then these have nothing. So I guess there's an advanced mode as well. There's that. Let's punch these. So this looks like this is for the advanced mode with the A's and the B's. Ooh, where did it go? Oh, so each person has like a special favorite type of animal or something, I'm guessing. Cute. Okay, so that makes it a little bit, whatchamacallit, more unique for each player. And then the A's as well, it looks like, were a different type of setting that they're trying to score. It looks like, gosh, the art for this game is so stinking cute. It's kind of disgusting. Do you guys ever get that cute aggression where something's so cute that you want to like be violent physically? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. All right. We got our little leopards. I like that they have a headband and like little fish nunchucks. That's pretty sick. Okay. We'll put them in our baggie. And then we have our bears. They're just like little cuddly guys. So yeah, each of the five different animals can be featured in different locations. We've got like our blue watery, our brown foresty one, and then our green lush forest. So cute. Our little hyperactive ducks, although those look more like, I don't know, might look like ducks, at least not ducks around here. We have like mallard ducks. We got our eagles. The eagles look less cute. They just kind of look like eagles. All the other ones look very plump. Okay, almost there. Yeah, but I'm so excited to see that for whatever reason, Noble Knight had these in stock. Maybe they finally got an English publishing, although I'm not sure if this publisher is whatchamacallit, or like a publishing here in the US. Wonderful World Board Games. Not sure. I'll have to check that out. Oh, I'll check it out when I add it to my BGG. Thanks so much for reminding me. I always forget to do that. I really love, speaking of cool fonts, like, come on, you know? Just a really good one. Just a really good one. Although this game has very easy rules, the scoring is very tight. That was the one thing that surprised me playing it on BGA, where I was like, whoa, this is like a proper game. And that was without the advanced mode, so I'm really excited to delve into that. Also, for some reason, I thought that the box would be like a normal 12 by 12 box, and I'm really glad that it's just this tiny little thing instead. Like, that makes me really happy. I was worried it was going to be like super huge and obnoxious. Arcana Duo ordered. Congrats! All right, so let's put this in here. Let's put our player boards, our little camera setups on our main board and our rule book. And I'll put that lid on it. Okay, and let me add this to BGG before we get to the final game. Yeah, this has been on my wish list for forever, so I'm gonna finally uncheck that and mark it as owned. Very exciting. Yeah, this game came out in 2020, and let me see really quickly if it, hey, just FYI, Noble Knight still has some copies in stock, yo. That's pretty great. There's one left. If y'all want to snag it, I'm telling you, it's a fun game. It's also on BGA if you want to look at it there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything. All the reviews are from like 3 or 2 years ago, and there was a Chinese review 1 year ago. So I don't think it got any new. They must have just gotten some copies. That's pretty cool. Wonderful World board game. In 2020 in Taiwan. Yeah, so I don't think there was ever publishing from like an Eastern publisher. What's Blam? From the Alps. Maybe that's where all the Zatu game ones came from. I don't know. Either way, big win. Thank you, Noble Knight, for having this in stock for whatever reason, because I've been looking for it for forever. I'm very excited. Okay, final one. Speaking of games that I'm really excited for that are not readily available here in the States, we have the String Railway Collection. So, String Railway is a game from designer Hisashi Hayashi. It's always looked super cool, but it's really difficult to find copies of some of these games. And recently they republished it as a collection with, I believe it's like the original String Railway plus a new-ish version that's a little bit more strategic or less strategic. I don't remember. And then they also did a reprint of I My Favorite Things, which is another game that I've wanted for a really long time, but it has been not possible to get a copy. And even if I could, it's in Japanese, so there's a lot of reading. It's like a party-ish type game. So I will have to get that once I find an English copy, but bam, so exciting. What a cool game this is gonna be. And y'all will see why here in a second. Oh, it looks like they tried to cut. Okay. The previous owner tried to cut out like little things for box lip, but we'll clean that up later. All right. Let's see. String Railway Collection. This is nice and tiny and compact too. We have, String Railway and String Railway Cubed are the two versions that are in here. So you have like your strings, and then you set them up based on how many players. And then you're going to be using your strings as your lines to connect the different buildings together. It looks so cool. I'm very excited. Very intrigued by games with strings. I don't know of a whole lot. There's like Ritemeister, I think, which looks kind of interesting, but that's just a pattern game. This one's like route building, but you use strings. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. So the cubed one definitely looks a little bit more formidable with like actual cubes and things. And then we have our strings. Okay, it's gonna take a hot minute. So cute. It's gonna take a hot minute to make sure we have everything. Bridge. Okay. I'm going to set this off to the side. And then we're gonna jump into all the lovely little things. Lots of cubes. Let's start with the OG stuff. So we have 20 short railway strings. Oh gosh. This is all a hot mess. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Are these the short railway strings? Maybe. Oh my god. Let's do our one border string. So I think this is the border string, right? Because it's like very large. I'm assuming, right? That makes sense. We have one border string. Got it. And then we have one river string, which I'm assuming is this. And then we have one mountain string, which I'm assuming is this. Got it. Okay, good. Good, great. And then we have 5 long rail. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Okay. Yep. How do we? All right. We'll just do like this. Why does it have these little? If I take these apart, will this come apart? I don't know what's happening. I will figure that out later. All right. So these are our main strings that we need, and then we have 5 long railway strings. How do I know which ones are the long ones? Are these all the short ones? Oh, there's like one in each color, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a long in this green color. I'm guessing these are for each player. Then yellow, we have 1, 2, I feel like a cat. 3, 4, and then a long, which is this color. All right, and then we have for orange, our long, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we have for pink 1, 2, 3, 4. Long. Good. And then we have our magenta ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our long one. Sick. Okay, so all the strings are accounted for. Put those back in the big baggie. And then we have our station cards, which I'm guessing is this little one. And then I think these are the components for cubes. 60 victory point tokens. That's fine. I'll just use clays anyway, so I don't feel like really counting those out. And we have 10 player markers. So let's check those really quickly. Woo! We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Maybe I will do little baggies for each player. And then we have our 35 station cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 1. What would that be? Oh, plus our 5 starting stations. So that would be 40, which is 40. Excellent. All right, so that's the base game components all counted out. Oop. I'm gonna let some of that air out of the string. There we go. And then for string railway cubed, we have our point tokens. We'll put those in there. We should have all the strings, which I think are just like the regular strings that it comes with, maybe. And then we have our little bridge. Is that part of it? Or is this just like a promo? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. But for our cards, we should have, all right, 5 reference cards. So it plays up to 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have our underground, our bridge. Oh, these are promos. Nice. Yeah, the bridge is a promo. Cute. So these are all promos, I think. Like I said, there was a Kickstarter for this, which I missed, but Noble Knight coming in clutch. Let's see if we have, these must be the delivery contracts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. And then we have our, whatever these are, looks like 1 through 20. Yep. 1 through 20. 20 engine cards. And then we have our 12 stops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. And then we have our 13 depots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, because sheep. Cute. You guys see that? Little sheepy. Awesome. And then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wildflower depots. Excellent. Did we have the station cards or are those from the base game? I'm wondering, because I think those are also, so I think they're kind of like mixed together, perhaps. I'm not sure. Did I count 25 station cards? I might just be crazy. Maybe. We'll have to see. I'll have to look into that and see exactly. So it looks like they combine some of the stuff like the strings and what have you. Oh, these are rounded tree station cards. So am I missing the tree ones? Well, if I am, I think it'll be okay because y'all know Noble Knight's the best. If somebody is selling games and it's not quite up to snuff, they will for sure fix it. So I am not worried about that. Although in previous streams, I just have not known what the components should have been. Like, I don't know if I ever gave an update, but when I got the Peach Festival, it had like stuff for extra promo things that weren't included with the game. But it turns out that the extra promo things were not supposed to be included. So that was a bonus. And it was for using with Tang Garden, which is another Thundergriff game that I don't own, but it's cool to have the stuff if I ever did get a copy. And then we have our clock baggie and our 4 resources, and I'm guessing these are 94 cubes. I'll probably just count these off stream later, but it looks like everything else is here, so we should be good to go. Sick. Alrighty, so that is pretty much it. Just as a quick roundup while I put String Railway away, we got our Kickstarter, trust me, from Thundergriff Games, bluffing game that I'm really excited for. We got Kero, which is a 2-player real-time die rolling resource management area control game. We got Arcana Duo, which is the newest Arcana game in the series, featuring more content just all around in a 2-player mode. We got the Northgard Uncharted Lands expansion. We got some cool like 1-cent RPG little dossiers for 5e multiverse role-playing game in Shadow Scar. Got Loco Momo, which is a really cute tile drafting game. Urbion, which is the reprint of the, or new edition of the OG Shadi Torbay solo game. Anthelion from Button Shy Games, Mad from Pakagum, and then we also got String Railway from designer Hisashi Hayashi, along with String Railway Cubed for the collection. So that's about it for today. Let me know if you guys have anything you're looking forward to. Thanks again for everybody who's able to join live. And if you're joining in the future, if you have recommendations for other games that I should check out, especially like those Pack of Gum games that I'm just starting to get into, or other fun stuff like String Railway or Loco Momo that's rare that I should keep an eye out for, please feel free to let me know. But that being said, again, happy 2025, everybody. Super looking forward to a new year of gaming and content and hanging out with y'all. It's been a pleasure as always. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.